So I don't know. Today I just needed to talk about it, I guess. Hello, this is Glenda with AKA GK Fralin, a friendly community. And thank you for joining us. Am I going to make a vlog today? Probably. Ah, my shoulder hurts. And blank, and blank, and blank. It's not the end of the world. Anyway. It's almost 4 o'clock and I'm still not alert. That usually happens somewhere closer to 7 or 8. After Joe wakes me up for supper. I tell you, we moved my CPAP out here. There's reasons why. Nothing bad other than that that bed. I love that bed for the fact that it's adjustable, but over the years, Joe has to have a firm mattress, and over the years that mattress is just, for my body, it's just become rock hard. This mattress is nice, and this may be a futon, but this is an actual inner spring mattress, and because it's made for that kind of mattress. And one of these days I'll probably order a new one, but this one's pretty good for now. We've had it, I'm trying to think, 3-4 years. So yeah, it's got a lot of life left. It's got some life left. But that, and the other thing is that I am so much a night owl that I disturb him, and he only gets to sleep in bed so many hours a night. And there for a while I was trying to go to bed after he'd get up, or I'd go, well, most of the time I'd go in about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And on weekends that didn't matter, but I miss the snuggles, yes, I do, and that doesn't mean that we don't cuddle. We hug and we cuddle. I've just decided to stay out here for now. And we have moved my CPAP out here, which is really helping my sleep. It's not something a person can really understand unless they've been there. But, yeah, it's not something you want to do. And it's very weird that somehow I just feel, I don't know, safer is the word out here. Comfort zone, maybe. It could be comfort zone. Anyway, our bedroom isn't big, but that isn't the deal. I mean, it's not that bad. It's just, well, none of them our bedrooms have ever been. Anyway, I don't really have anything else to say about that, other than to just, I don't know if it's more of a progression because my oximeter's out here now that I've got it, and yes, I have taken more notice of myself since I bought it. I've been getting very out of breath for a long time now, just going from one room to another. Okay, I want to break in, which means I'm going to be cutting out some other stuff. Excuse the stupid TV. I've been feeling it today, yeah. But what's funny is I've been feeling like I can't walk back and forth from here to the kitchen and back without getting real, you know. And then today I put that oximeter on my finger while I walked in there and back and in there and back. Never went below 90. But then when I sit down and it catches up to me, it boink. I don't understand it. Maybe it's the movement while I'm walking because, you know, the finger, it does have some, I mean, there is a pulse there. Obviously, that's why they put the oximeter on the finger. But, so I don't know, maybe more blood rushes to it during that time, so I don't know. But I know when I was in pulmonary rehab, they always had the thing on my finger, and they watched it too. So. And, you know, they'd either slow me down or they'd speed me up according. But as far as, I think I discuss it somewhere later, and I'll just cut that out and discuss it now, is about when they thought I had lung cancer, but it turned out to be a very enlarged lymph node, probably because of an infection that I'd had in a sinus. Anyway, it was actually a big abscess. And it took quite a while to clear that up. But, the thing shrunk way down, but I think it did exacerbate things. Anyway, the actual progression, okay, probably about a year before that, I was noticing more and more difficulties with, you know, we used to go to this resort down in Kansas, huge place, gorgeous. It's got a sulfur springs, and it's not so bad that it smells awful all the time, but it can keep you healthy, according to the owner, if you're not allergic to sulfur. There's a lot of story goes with that place, but I used to walk, you know, it's probably a few acres from one end to the other and back. Used to walk that, no problem, not a problem. And then, about a year or so before, probably about 2004, I noticed that I was having more trouble. Actually, it wouldn't have been that. It's probably more like 2005. But then it was later in 2005 when they discovered that in my lung. Anyway, several biopsies and all of them turning out, benign, no cancer. Thank goodness. But the emphysema and all that was there. And I have had a history of bronchitis and smoking-related asthma. I smoked a lot, especially after I wasn't working as a nurse anymore. Anyway, so gradually I wasn't able to go as far. Now, of course, when you've got oxygen toting along, it's not easy to walk as fast. We'll put it that way. Even when it was on the caddy, because that darn thing bounces around. I mean, I didn't have the green bottles. You know, I had the canisters, the liquid oxygen canisters. Anyway, I was just trying to give you a funny picture. But over years, I mean, we're in 2017. It's 11 years. So this isn't something that happens to a person overnight. At least it didn't with me. I quit smoking. Joe said my last cigarette was Veterans Day 2005. And I believe him. Because I had worked hard that year to wean myself down and completely get off the cigarettes. And I haven't smoked since. So anyway, you guys can do it. Those of you who are on those quit smoking programs, you can do it. But anyway, I had been walking downtown, we lived about 2 or 3 blocks, and it wasn't very hilly there. We're on the hills here, but we were down at the bottom of the hills there. And anyway, so over the years, it gradually got worse. And I went from where I could, walk across the street and visit a neighbor to where I was stopping halfway across the street. We don't have very busy streets, thank goodness. Anyway, it's progressed. And that's the point. It's progressed. So, I don't know. Today, I just needed to talk about it, I guess. Sometimes we just do. Enough of that doom and gloom. No, I was sitting here watching live PD. It's on Friday nights and Saturday nights, actually. But anyway, this guy, they pulled him over because he refused, he didn't refuse, he just failed to signal a turn. And so they stopped him, and they asked him if he had anything in the car to report, because they asked him to get out of the car because he was being a little bit belligerent, And, I mean, not bad, but just a little. And he says, no. And then the one cop noticed he was trying to stuff something. It was less than a gram of marijuana. And the cop says, why? You don't get arrested for that much. Not here. We don't arrest you for that little bit. He said, why did you do that? Now you've lied to a cop. He says, well, turn around here. Most of the time when they put them in cuffs, they're not under arrest yet. They're simply doing it for their own safety. That I've learned from watching the show. Anyway, the thing that got me was they were getting ready to let this guy go. They gave him a ticket. It was a pretty high priced ticket for failure to signal, but I think, they told him that, if he wanted to go in court, if he met his court date, and, he'd probably talk it down. Anyway, he says, well, I'm not the one who put the marijuana in the car, because this guy was he wasn't getting nasty, but he was argumentative. This guy's comeback was just priceless. Well, I didn't tell you to pull me over either. I thought that is absolutely I've heard a lot of them. A lot of them were just stupid, but they were drunk or something. This guy was just had no. They only pulled him over for a lousy blinker. So, the moral of that story is, if you get pulled over, find out what you pulled over for first, and then don't lie. Jeez. So, I love you guys, all of you, and tomorrow is another day, so I'll see you then. Hasta mañana.